What's up, nerd family? Hey, what's up, Gavin? How you doing, Tanya? Nope, not pranking anybody. I guess we could prank and just like leave the couch empty for a couple hours.
You already did that with the kids.
Yep. Could just leave the couch open for a couple hours and you guys can just look at or throw pillows. That'd be fun. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. No, I forgot something.
Hello, Arctic Conquest. How are you guys? I cannot be on my phone today or to be able to do the live stream part because I am on call this week. So it is starting. Enosh will be back in just a moment. So how are you guys today on this fine first of April or April Fool's Day? I think with everything going on right now, there's not tons that is too much crazier than what's going on for an April Fool's. Unless they turned around and said, hey, by the way, but Enosh did get the boys today. And our oldest is the only one that realized it was an April Fool's joke. But the other two started getting frustrated. I was telling the people how Enosh did try to prank the family into on April Fool's in the midst of all this craziness.
I think you like right before.
And I said Isaac was the only one that was that knew that it was a joke.
I didn't even think. My head is cut off.
Yeah. Go
What's up,
a
Harley?
little bit.
What's up, Harley? We're going live.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to our friends, our online friends, our online neighbors. What's up, Mark? What's up, Derek? This virus is crazy. I'll tell you what. Howdy doody, it's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time.
Look at that little tail go.
All right.
Say, oh, I can play.
It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, if I step off, it's because I have
You better step off.
No, I'm saying because I'm on call tonight, so I have to leave.
So,
That's
so we are pretty safe in our area, at least because we're in our house. It's starting to affect mid-Michigan. It's hit Detroit pretty bad, and now it's starting to hit our county. That being said, we're staying safe. We're staying in our house and not going anywhere, not doing anything, unless we absolutely have to. Today I had to go to the store,
We've been taking turns going to the store to get stuff taken care of for our family.
but other than that, we're doing pretty good. How you doing? I saw a question on there, but I can't go back on there.
And I can't pull it up because I have to have it on call.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I brought my other phone, but I didn't plug it in because I saw that you had it up here. But then I wasn't thinking that I can't.
Derek said, have you guys seen Birds of Prey?
Yes, we've seen. But we saw Birds of Prey the night it came out, and we loved it. We absolutely loved Birds of Prey. Of course, I remember you, Tanya. But Derek, yeah, Birds of Prey. I liked it. I really liked Birds of Prey. Did you like Birds of Prey?
I loved it.
I know you like Birds of Prey. I was just messing with you.
I have all the pops right now.
Yep, I got all the pop vinyls. In fact, I'm really kind of bummed because McFarlane Toys was supposed to release a Birds of Prey Harley action figure,
Yep.
and it's just kind of
Hasn't been
we're
seen
not talking
anywhere.
about it apparently anymore.
Right.
It just
No one's seen it.
Darth Tasty.
Yep. And then
There's a name that I haven't heard since this afternoon.
Gavin said, how's my favorite American family doing?
Yes, we're doing good, Gavin. Mark just said, "Yeah, I heard that the Tiff doesn't really like the Harley Quinn character at all. What's up with that?"
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you
really.
can explain to us what's up with that, Tiff.
All I can think of is that SNL skit. What's up with that?
What's up with that? Oh, what's up with that?
I just think that Margot Robbie is is like the total package when it comes to her interpretation of Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, I don't understand people. I guess, look, I don't understand what people want anymore
I know.
about anything. To be quite honest with you, it's like nobody can say that something is just good anymore, or that they liked it, or it's okay that you like it, or whatever. Everybody's just they got to find a negative angle on everything. You know, like, is Birds of Prey the greatest cinematic masterpiece ever made? No.
Did I like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I enjoyed it. It was a fun time at the movie theater. Margot Robbie, like you said, does a tremendous job.
Yeah, and I kind of agreed with a lot of like the reviewers saying it's kind of like their take on, or not their take, but like their version of Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt a lot like that because there's more of like Harley Quinn telling her story, kind of like how Deadpool like tells his story like as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
Is Harley Quinn did the same thing, and I really liked that.
Me too. And look, I saw Citizen Kane this year for the first time. I watched Citizen Kane. I was like, I've never seen Citizen Kane. I'm a huge movie buff, huge film buff. I love old movies as well. So I put on Citizen Kane, and it was all right. Yeah. It wasn't when people talk about it as being the greatest movie in cinematic history. I went into it literally thinking like, okay, well, this is gonna be awesome, right? And I'm watching. And I love old movies. It's not that I don't love old movies.
I haven't seen The Godfather either yet, Mark.
You know, honestly, I've tried to watch The Godfather, and it's just.
My dad and my brother love it. It's like one of their favorites, and I have yet to see it.
No, Jenner Custom Toys. We see you and we say, oh, it's that guy again. How you feeling, by the way?
Tanya asked if there was a post-credit scene for Birds of Prey. There was not.
There was not.
It was just at the very, very end. Harley Quinn said, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you some like super special secret," and it says, and she says,
"Bruce, shh, you give it away."
Yeah, and then she says like Batman, and then that cuts her off like mid-sentence.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because she was about to talk about Batman, and it
that's
cuts
right.
her off.
Spoilers for how old is Citizen Kane? Like that movie came out in like the 40s. Spoilers for a 60, 70-year-old movie. Spoiler review. But no, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. So word came out today that they want to start filming Shazam 2 by the end. There we go. We're back in. So hey, if we freeze up on you at any point, don't leave, because usually I just got to hit the reconnect button. So we're trying to monitor that. So hold on just a second. But yeah, no. So the idea is that they're going to start filming Shazam 2.
We said they'll make as many as they can with the kids before they get too old, kind of like how they did with Stranger Things or it.
Yeah.
All the kids just got old, like looked older and.
I got my coffee. I got up. I got down. See, this is how we get our exercise here in the Poindexter Lounge. We get. We lose the signal to the TV. What is going on? Freaking Wi-Fi got the coronavirus, man. What's going on? Okay. But no, I really hope that this coronavirus thing doesn't just like wipe out everything we love, man.
Because the movies that are supposed to come out are delayed right now until this is all done.
Wonder Woman's delayed. Black Widow's delayed. Also today, it came out that apparently with Black Widow, because Black Widow is being delayed, they totally dropped their composer. Yeah, they're like, can you imagine, like, because that movie had to be done by now.
Yeah.
So like they totally dropped their composer today.
It's supposed to come out in the next few weeks, I thought.
Yeah, but now it's pushed back, and so now they're like, no, we're gonna get it. It's the guy who was supposed to compose Rogue One, and they kicked him off of Rogue One too. Huh. This guy, I don't know, like, man, Morbius got delayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't that supposed to come. Wait, was that the summer or was that the fall? I know Venom 2's the fall. Morbius was summer, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Quiet Place 2. Man.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out already.
Christian Linneman, I heard of a joke film called Justice League Snyder Cut. Something exists. I don't know what it is, but something exists. I mean, there's something. I don't know what. It's it's probably in an unfinished state, much like Superman 2, the director's cut,
Yeah.
where it's got bits and pieces. It just doesn't have all of the.
I feel like we'll eventually get it, but not anytime soon.
No, I think we'll eventually see something.
Like I say, like years from now we'll get it. Like I don't think we'll get it like within the next year or next few months.
Yeah.
I
Oh
honestly
no.
I honestly think we'll get it like years from now. Kind of like when Justice League's been out for like 5 or 10 years, and I think that's when they'll do like, hey, this is what our original plan was, or once they've developed kind of like the story that they want for the DC movies, then they'll be like, hey, this was our original plan.
You tired?
Hmm?
I've been dragging butt all day long. Well, just because Gavin says Tiff looks like she's going to fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm on call tonight, and as everyone else is sleeping, I'm usually up for, about 4 hours because I still have to work from home, so I'm still working my 8 to 5 even though I'm home.
I know a lot of people are commenting, so I want to get to.
Yeah, say the Flash didn't get delayed for 2 episodes. It's just that when this whole thing started, they had to stop production, so they haven't filmed the last 2 or 3 episodes for the season. So they're kind of releasing Stargirl to kind of fill that gap while they're trying to finish
Yeah.
filming the seasons. They're releasing Stargirl, so we still have something to watch.
And so we should have a new episode of Flash next week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And this will be every other week until May 12th,
Yeah.
and then Stargirl's the following week
Okay.
on the 18th.
Yeah. So,
Did you see what Mark said?
Mark, I'm trying. Yeah.
Did you guys do your A Place for Nerds? Well, it just cut off.
Chris,
You guys need the intro to this video. I must have missed it. No, but the Point Extra Lounge is.
Place for Nerds? Bruce said my wife is working from home. She's driving me crazy.
Derek says, aren't you happy you don't have to drive to work?
I am.
I'll be honest with you,
But
at this point, no. At this
But
point, I just want to go to work.
well, when you're stuck at home and you have no choice, I think it's frustrating because now it's like when you want what you can't have, so you want to leave because you can't. But I'm still just crazy busy. Probably more so being in the medical field, even though I'm home. So.
Productivity, once everybody goes back to work, productivity is going to shoot through the roof.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Because people are, like, this is definitely one of those things that, like, all of a sudden we're appreciating our mundane, usual day-to-day lives. Isn't that crazy? Like, we're appreciating being able to go to work and school and stuff and just do the things that we normally do. I did want to, I saw, Derek asked about Shazam 2. So Shazam 2, no, we're talking an actual proper Shazam 2 movie.
Yeah.
Black Adam is still on schedule. I mean, because they haven't. They're supposed to start filming it. They were supposed to start filming it this summer, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's probably we haven't gotten an announcement yet, but I'm sure we'll get an announcement pretty soon that says that's not going to happen right away.
Yeah.
All these delays on movies that already had delays is pain in the butt. But that being said, Black Adam is its own thing. I mean, it's still going to be in that universe, but the idea is that they'll do Black Adam, then release Shazam 2, an actual Shazam 2, where Shazam takes on once again Dr. Sivana and
with that caterpillar at the end. I can't remember his name.
Oh, what's his name? What is his name? It's going to bug me.
I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like one of those things like I don't remember it right now either.
Yeah, the caterpillar, and so then they'll then they'll do a proper like Shazam 3, which will actually have. Well, I'm wondering if Shazam 2 will incorporate The Rock,
Mr. Mind.
Mr. Mind. I wonder if Shazam 2 would incorporate The Rock, or if it's going to be its own thing. I think I heard that Shazam 2 is going to be its own thing again,
Yeah.
and then Shazam 3 is going to bring in The Rock to fill that last spot. And I love Shazam. If that's one of those movies that like I could watch again and again. It's just fun. It's a good movie. It's a feel good movie. We had a blast when we went to go see it. We got to see it the 2 weeks early, the Fandango, and we took a Shazam action figure to the movie theater, and you can actually see that video here on the channel. Yeah, You can see that video here on the channel. We gave away an action figure. We made a bunch of new DC friends through that. So that was just a fun movie.
Yeah.
Derek says, I went and saw Birds of Prey twice and really loved it, but apparently it did terrible at the box office. In my opinion, that DC movies should be rated R. I don't know why I think that. So, so the thing is if Birds of... go ahead.
I think if they don't follow the comics like 100%, then yeah, a few of them are going to be rated R. But since not 100% following the comics for these movies, then that's why they aren't.
Well, I think what's up, William? Hey, it's good to see you, man. So I think, and I believe this now, because I know a lot of people, made fun of this idea that people couldn't find the Harley Quinn movie. But I've talked to so many people who are like, wait a second, the Harley Quinn movie already came out? They're like, I wanted to see that, right? And then I told them about it, and they're like, why was it called Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I saw the Birds of Prey thing, but I didn't know it was Harley Quinn, or like they were looking for a movie, whatever. They didn't see it. They saw the preview for Harley Quinn, so they were looking for Harley Quinn, but they didn't see it come out, so they didn't go see it.
That's why they changed the name.
And you know
Harley
why?
Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Because people don't pay attention. It's the same reason. It's the same reason why you can go to a movie nowadays, and I talk to people all the time, and they're like, "Well, that movie sucked," and I'm like, "Okay, well, did you think about this, 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 and this?" Well, no, where was that? It was in the movie. What? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. What were you doing? Like, obviously you had your head in your popcorn. You were paying attention. You were talking to somebody. I mean, how many movies have we gone to that people are talking or sleeping or snoring? I love my friend Jeremy, but now I just tease him all the time because Jeremy's gone to like so many movies, like Star Wars previews with us and stuff, and I look over and Jeremy's like...
We call it a $5 nap.
Yeah, and it's not because the movie's bad, because he likes it later. He ends up seeing it later, and he's like, that movie was awesome. He loves all the same stuff that I love. But, he was working a lot and stuff. But I just, but that's the thing. It's like, then people, they go back and they're like, well, that movie sucked, or that thing sucked that I like. And I'm like, well, did you watch it? Did you actually pay attention to it? Because if you paid attention to it, you wouldn't just think it sucks,
Derek says the funny thing is that I'm the person that says that the movie sucks.
That's okay, Derek. You can still be our friend. My friend Jeremy's my friend. He doesn't think everything sucks, but...
Just that kind of something kind of like that happened is one of my friends said that they didn't really like BVS, and that's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, well, did you see Man of Steel? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, that ties into it.
Right?
Because they're like, oh, why is everybody hating on Superman? Why do they not like Superman in that movie? Why is Batman just wanting to kill Superman?
Like, you totally don't understand the entire beginning of the movie where, like, Bruce Wayne's running around and the city's crumbling and stuff like that. You're totally not getting that at all because, well, I didn't see Man of Steel. I get that. My friend Bud, I love my friend Bud. I played with him in a band for a long time. He, when we were talking about Shazam, he hated Shazam. Hated the entire thing. I went over to his house and he's like, Shazam. He's like, Shazam sucked, man. I hated it. I hated it. I hate it. Spoilers for Shazam right now. If you don't want to know about, if you haven't seen Shazam and you don't want to know about it, but I don't know how you could miss this if you know anything about Shazam, because he says, well, I thought it was really stupid that he gave his powers to the whole family. Now there's like a whole family of them. That's dumb. And I'm like, Bud, that's part of the comic. That's part of the whole thing. It's the Shazam family. That's been since that's been since like the early days of Shazam. And he's like, it was?
Back when it was called Captain Marvel?
Yeah, when he was Captain Marvel, and then there was Captain Marvel Jr. Instead of Freddy, being Freddy, he was Captain Marvel Jr. And he was like, my friend Bud looked at me and went, seriously?
Derek did say the Man of Steel was the best movie.
Dude, Man of Steel is such a good movie.
Mark says, wait, Shazam came out? Darn it.
That's awesome. But no, Man of Steel. So I will say this. We just watched last week, we watched Superman the movie, Superman 2, 3, 4, and then Superman Returns. Right? So we've watched everything up to, we watched all of the Christopher Reeve era Superman movies, and then also Superman Returns, which was just a continuation of that movie. I appreciate those movies. I love those movies. I have a special place in my heart for those movies. Did you enjoy those movies?
Yeah.
For what they were?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to enjoy them for what they are, right? You look back and you're like, okay, Superman 4, Superman's got, rebuilding the Great Wall of China vision.
Yeah.
He's throwing cellophane S's at people.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
he's
Like I definitely don't like them more than the movies we have now, but I can see like why they were so good
yeah.
when they came
You know,
out.
I mean, he's freezing the lake and
Mhm.
and you know.
And picking up the top layer by the edge.
Right, by the like I can even like we were talking about it like in Superman 3 when he freezes the lake, and I really like Superman 3. But when he freezes the lake and like instead of going like underneath of it and going to the middle part of the lake and like lifting up the whole thing, no, he just catches the edge
Like a plate.
like you can't do that. Like
No.
how in the world could you do that? But it's
He's
great.
picking it up like this.
I know, right?
Okay,
It's like here we go. So we watched all those movies, and and I'll be honest with you, I have not been a fan of Superman Returns. After this is the first time that I've actually seen Superman Returns since we met Brandon Routh, and since appreciating him since Crisis and everything. I actually liked Superman Returns better this time. I guess I'm just seeing it now that I know after having talked to Brandon and know what his heart was. It's a poorly conceived movie, or poorly executed movie. Conceived, it was the idea is there, but like some of the things just don't click.
No.
Yeah.
Like they don't give. You watch the Christopher Reeve movies. Christopher Reeve's talking. Christopher Reeve's giving direction. He's going places. He's doing things. He's whatever.
There's definitive between his Clark and his Superman.
Superman and Superman Returns is basically just reacting to everything. He's just looking at everything, and he's like super
Yeah.
awkward, like whatever. But you know, and the ending is really anticlimactic because it's like Superman almost died. He was in the hospital. He got better. He went home. So
You said to move that piece of kryptonite from his back.
Yeah,
and
you know,
he's fine.
yeah, he's gonna be all right then, but I'll tell you what, it made me really appreciate even more, and I've always said it, I love it. Is Man of Steel. Man of Steel is such a good Superman movie. All right,
Mark said the boss at one of my jobs.
the boss at one of my jobs was actually the EP for Superman Returns. He has interesting stories about it, which I'm not allowed to repeat. Huh, Mark? You can't just say things. You can't just drop stuff like that. You can't just drop like, he was an executive producer on Superman Returns. He's got some interesting stories. I can't tell you nothing.
We even got behind the scenes stories of the filming of Superman for Margot Kidder before she passed.
Oh my gosh. From
When she
Superman, yeah.
tripped over a cord right when the Chicago blackout happened, and she thought that she caused
No,
it.
that was, she said that one of the grips, the people
Yeah.
working on it, thought, because back there in the 70s they had the great blackout, New York blackout, and they were filming Superman at the time, and he plugged something in, and right as he plugged it in, like everything went, pew, it went down, and they were down forever, and then they found out that like the whole, eastern seaboard was down, and he thought that he caused it.
Darth said, "Can you repeat it privately through Messenger, Mark?"
Right? What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Sorry if I'm missing some of you guys. What's up, Sky? Good to see you. Mark said, I think right now people just want to go to the grocery store without wearing scrubs and taking a shower. I hear you on that one. I know I'm a few minutes behind on some of these.
12 minutes.
I know. I just want to make sure that we're hitting them all. Hey, all right. As some of you know, Bruce had some of the symptoms there of coronavirus and was dealing with some stuff. So fever free for my 4th day now, feeling better. I'm kicking this stuff butt. Awesome, man. That's awesome. Would not believe your eyes. Every time I hear that, it's like that's all I think
Think of
of.
that Tic Tac.
What's that?
Think of that Tic Tac.
Yeah.
Just repeats it over and over again.
You would not believe your eyes. You would not believe your eyes. You would not believe your eyes. Mark said when we paused, he said, "That's it, I'm leaving." Storms off in disgust. Yeah, everything getting delayed. I'm over all that. Bruce said a little Scarlett Johansson would definitely make him feel better. Have you guys seen the new intro for the channel? I just wanted to do something different. So I'll tell you guys why I did. I was talking to Darth Tasty about this. So I did this new intro for the channel. It's more kind of retro. Kind of looks like Tron meets the intro to Transformers and the Mask cartoon show. But so we've had the same intro now for a year with the rock guitar thing and stuff, and that's canned music. That's royalty free music that we purchased to be able to use here on the channel. The crazy thing is that we've had that for so long, and all of a sudden I put out a video and it got copyright claimed for that song, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden I got this email from YouTube that said, oh hey, by the way, because of coronavirus, we got less people working here, so you may see that the bots, do copyright claims on your videos and stuff, and it may, we just give us, your patience, let us help you work through it. Well, whatever that video was, it's an old video or whatever, even that like didn't make any sense. So I didn't even fight it because I was just like, whatever, I'm not gonna get into it with him. And that video had like no views anyway, so I was like, whatever. The funny thing was that like I wasn't gonna put out another video with that, and then the crazy thing is like the outro. Our buddy who put that together from Sweden, who worked on Star Wars Theory's Darth Vader Shards of the Past, or Shards? Is it Shards of the Past?
I think so.
Yeah. So he worked on that, and he put that whole thing together for us. He put the animated logo and all that stuff, made the logo, and did the animation stuff, and he did that based on our original, we used to, her brother made the original Poindexter Lounge logo that looked like from the TV show, The Toys That Made Us, and so we used that for a long time, so he put all that together.
You just said shards of the past.
Yes, Sharts of the Past. That was a bad one back then, remember that shirt? No, so that's got the music in it too, but apparently because it's got the voiceover on it, it wasn't hitting. And so I was just like, you know what? It's a good time.
And smell-o-vision.
It's smell-o-vision. Yes, you missed a lot. We were talking about Shards of the Past, Arctic Conquest. No, so the new intro, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to put something new together. Tiffany in 3D there. So I just figured I'd put something new together, and so far so good, because I just didn't. I didn't want every video that we put out getting copyright claimed, So that's kind of where we're at with that. But just wondering what you guys thought of the new one, if you've seen it. I actually used my talk box. I've got a talk box for guitar, and I
figured you probably used that
for the
intro.
Poindexter Lounge. Yeah, that was fun.
Most impressive.
What's that?
I said most impressive.
Most impressive, Tiffany says. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Everything is just... It's unprecedented right now what we're all going through. Being home and everything. It's just... Pelican 74, what's up, Pelican? I know, man. I know you like Mike Zero. You told me. But it's funny. I hate Mike. He says I hate Mike Zero. I thought he said I hate Mark Uno. I hate Mike Zero. What made you start doing videos of him in the first place? That's a great question. Mm-hmm. So if you said something before that, we'll get back together. Gavin, yes, I am looking forward to this. I am looking forward to this year's WrestleMania because I just want to see if it's a train wreck. To quote Mike Zero. So here's the thing. Mike Zero has been one of those things, like, I've never subscribed to his channel. Mm-hmm. My only guess of why anybody subscribes to Mike Zero is just so that they can see on a regular basis the train wreck that is Mike Zero. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't understand, anytime I ever watch a Mike Zero video and I go down like in his comment section, or like I actually did like his Facebook page because I wanted to get updates so that I could be able to kind of stay up to date on like what kind of videos he's putting out if I'm going to do the Mark Uno thing. I just don't understand the people who are like, oh yeah, that's a great video, Mike. Oh, like, I don't know if they're being sarcastic, but the guy's got over 200,000 subscribers now. How is that? And actually, it's funny because my new Mark Uno video, somebody posted. First of all, they totally got wrong how many subscribers we got. We got about 8,500 subscribers, right? And we've got good quality subscribers. We by no means have ever blown up. I had one video do about 1 million hits, and we've got some that have done close to 100,000 or whatever. But we are what we are, guys. We're a grassroots effort here, and I don't judge our success by how many subscribers we have. I've had plenty of people tell us, over the last couple of years, you guys deserve more subscribers than you have. I think we do a pretty good job of trying to build a community here where you guys are welcome, where people feel welcome. We keep adding to that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just think about with each new person that comes in. Mark just came in, Tanya just came in, Gavin came in, Bruce came in, before, we've got William, and we've just got others, and Caleb, man, it's just like we've built a community of real people, of real friends here, I think. That being said, I've watched Mike Zero ever since Force Awakens, when The Force Awakens was coming out. And I'll be honest with you, he totally sucked me in, man. Leading up to Force Awakens, I was like a sponge trying to get every bit of information I could about The Force Awakens because I wanted...
Well, yeah, because it was like the first one that continued the original trilogy rather than going before.
Yeah.
So it was like a continuation of that first story.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing, like, to finish my original idea, because I just saw Pelican say great answer. So somebody today posted on, because I posted the new Mark Uno video, and somebody said, well, you just have 3,000 subscribers, whatever. And I was like, he can't be talking to me, can he? Because, like, we got 8,500 subscribers. We don't have 3,000 subscribers. Like, and he said it twice in his comment to me that, like, basically we suck because we only have 3,000 subscribers, and that the channel's been around for 10 years. First of all, this channel has not. Technically, the channel has been around for 10 years, but let's be real about it. For 7.5 of those years, it was just my like junk channel that like I didn't do anything. Every once in a while, I put out a video that I made for my church or like home. If you watch the first few videos of this channel, there's like nothing there, right? It wasn't until just a few years ago that Tiffany and I just was like...
I think it was around the time of season 2 of The Flash.
Yeah, we just, you know what? We just started having a fun time and talking about stuff, and then, all right, bye, Tanya. We just started talking about the stuff that we love, and so that was what we did. And so then my channel was just called Enosh Fett for the longest time. For years, my channel was just called Enosh Fett because it wasn't... There's no way. It wasn't meant to be... some other thing. Mm-hmm. And then Tiffany and I started talking about it, and Tiffany came up with the idea for the name Poindexter Lounge, and I loved it, and so we rebranded everything. So this channel, it's not like we've tried like super hard with this channel for 10 years and we only have 8,500 subscribers. That being said, Mike Zero, he totally sucked me in for that first movie, and then the movie came out, and I realized that Mike Zero was full of crap. Mm-hmm. But then I thought, well, you know what? Surely people will understand that now. And then I started seeing that, like, he didn't back off for Last Jedi. When The Last Jedi was coming out, he doubled down. Mm-hmm. And it was like he was coming up with all this stuff about Plagueis and all this stuff, that...
Did he ever do stuff for Rogue One or Solo?
He would, yeah, well, you know what? I think it was harder for him to come up with...
Pelican.
I think it was hard for him to come up with crap for Rogue One and Solo. He did do those movies, but... It's harder to make up stuff for prequels.
Yeah.
Because the stuff's already out there, so you can't really go too crazy on it, Yeah. It's all the...
Jordan said, you've been around for 10 years?
Right, Jordan? Yeah, the channel's actually been here for almost 10 years. But we haven't, like I said, but it hasn't been a channel as far as really trying to do something. And instead of starting a new channel, what happened was my original channel blew up. I did a video about The Flash. If you guys watched The Flash, when they were doing the storyline of the man in the Iron Mask, I had a theory one day after an episode of The Flash, and Tiffany said, "You should do a video about that." I was like, "Yeah, I should." So I went in, I just made this quick video, like super low resolution, looks like crap, but it's just me talking. Apparently, it struck a nerve with people, and we did over 1 million views on that. And so then all of a sudden, we had a bunch of subscribers, and we had some people, and people were coming and talking about The Flash with us, and we became like the Flash, channel there for a minute. And so that being said, that's what it kind of went off to. But like I said, Mike Zero, I never subscribed to his channel, but he always shows up in my news feed because obviously I watch a lot of stuff about Star Wars, you know. And
Derek, top one.
not trying to make this sound weird, but I am really happy I subscribed to you. Well, Derek, I am so appreciative of that, man. And you know, and that's. I have a theory that your subscribers are directly related to the amount of snacks you eat while streaming.
We need to get people that can support us, like the companies that.
Yeah,
We
right.
eat stuff
Our
from-
snack foods and stuff. This video brought to you by Whippets, by Ready Whip. But no, so I had been talking about the fact that like Mike Zero, like my boys, Landon especially, would always be like, Dad, why are you watching Mike Zero if you know he's full of crap? Because he was just like literally nothing but crap. And then he just started saying stuff. And I invite, I tell you, if you haven't seen it yet and you hate Mike Zero, watch. There's a channel called Star Wars in Real Life or Star Wars IRL. He did a phenomenal documentary actually about Mike Zero that's better than anything I've ever done. That just delves into why Mike Zero's full of crap.
Yeah.
Snack Patreon.
There you go. But seriously, he delves into like why Mike Zero was full of crap and like all the stuff that he said. Where Mike Zero will literally put out a video, and I've noticed this afterwards. Now he'll put out a video, and then he'll put out another video that says the exact opposite thing of what he just said, just to cover all his bases.
Yeah.
Right? He
Wait,
put out.
you're talking about this the other day.
Yeah, so he put out a video that they talk about in the documentary where he said that in The Rise of Skywalker they were going to come upon this place where there was a 50-foot statue of Anakin, and all these people like looked up to and worshipped like
Secret
Anakin
safe with us, Mark.
Skywalker. Then literally the next week he put out another video that had the exact same description except for it said that instead of being Anakin, it was Ezra Bridger.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
And like literally, if you listen to it back to back, he plays it back to back, and you're like, And then like right now,
Or finish them
and this is one of the reasons why I talked about it in the video, the Mark Uno video that I just put out. I mean, that's why Mark Uno came in and talked about it, was because right now he just put out a video this last week. He put out one video that said that Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker were being recast for Disney Plus series, and that it was that they weren't going to use the original actors anymore. Then he put out a video that said George Lucas saved both Anakin and Luke, and that the other actors were coming back, but yet he keeps playing both sides of it. So,
Sorry.
long story long, I couldn't stand it anymore. And we were talking about it here on the channel one night, and I was like, I need to do something. And so I just happened to find a brown hat like Mike's. And when I realized I had a jacket that was kind of like the jacket that he uses, like he has a formula. He had a formula. And that's the one thing that's been hard for me to bring Mark back, is because since The Rise of Skywalker, it threw him off a little bit. Because he wasn't able to start off every video with Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is coming out in just so many months, written and directed by J.J. Abrams, Chris Terrio, George Lucas himself, Lucasfilm, Disney, and he had this rhythm that he would do.
That was the books and the TV shows.
Yes, and so
And Disney Plus.
so like
TV show.
if you guys haven't seen it already, I mean, I did a music video, most of you guys know, in a song called Lies, which I was really proud of, whatever. And I I'll be honest with you, I thought to myself, am I being a bully? Am I being a jerk? But no, every time I watch one of his videos that is absolutely full of crap and is just absolutely using Star Wars and deceiving people, and that's my big thing. If you guys watch the channel for any amount of time, you guys know, I really try not to talk about stuff that I don't know about. If I don't know about something, I'll defer. If you know something better than I know,
Derek's got it right.
I'll give it to you.
Mike definitely knows the algorithm and how to manipulate it in his favor.
Yes, and he's putting out 12 videos a day on it. So it's like we were talking about this. Like, if I'm sitting here in this coronavirus time or whatever, I can't put out 12 videos a day. I have no idea how this dude is doing it.
Pelican.
I literally died laughing when you did the fight scene. No, you're not being a bully at all. And it seems like
No, Jordan.
I really had right, Jordan. Does he sleep? I don't know. Oh, thank you, Arctic Conquest. So like, but I've asked myself, am I being a bully? Am I being a jerk about it? And then I just thought, you know what? No, because he's being deceptive. He's convincing people stuff about Star Wars that's not true.
Bruce.
What did Bruce say?
Palpatine
Palpatine cloned him. But so it's been hard for me though in figuring it because everybody's been saying to me, you need to do another Mark Uno, you need to do another Mark Uno. But I've been like, how do I bring him back? I really thought that Mike Zero might back away a little bit when Rise of Skywalker was done. Instead, he has just continued to just put out even more crap. And so, but I haven't found it like I hadn't found a good end. I will say this: if you watch Mike Zero in the last couple weeks, I think it's hilarious that all the stuff that I've touched on, he changed. He how many years has he been on now where he's had one single light lighting up half of his face, and now all of a sudden, he bought another light. I mean, I saw an estimate that said that the guy is making anywhere between $250,000 and possibly $500,000 a year doing what he does. The guy's, I'll give him this, he's a smart businessman. He's clickbait and full of crap, but somebody's watching him, even if you hate him. And so he finally bought another light, and I thought it was funny. He got a blue light and a red light to post on the back, and
Bruce said Two-Face from Batman passed away.
oh my gosh, right? And so, so when I saw that, I had to come up with a way, and with all this talk about the Rise of Skywalker and Palpatine and everything, that was where the idea came to bring it back. And so now I've actually got already 2 other ideas for new videos. So we have not seen the end of Mark Uno.
Just don't be yelling at 2 o'clock in the morning for your videos.
Did I wake you up with my?
Oh my gosh.
I am Mark Uno.
I'm sitting here not getting a chance to go to bed till like 1, 2 in the morning, and then I have to be up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, even in my own home, to go to work in the office at home. And I'm sitting here like not even 2 hours into trying to get some sleep, and I get woken up to whatever that voice was. And I can't wear earplugs because we still have a puppy, and I can't have her chewing up my carpet or anything in my room, or like the 10th phone charger, so I can't wear earplugs yet.
Jordan, I like it. Mark Uno, the motion picture. An animated feature of Mark Uno. No, you know what? And so I know that he has seen the stuff. He's apparently had close personal friends that have addressed me and messaged me and told me what a great guy that he actually is and all this stuff.
Bruce.
I think a great video idea would be myself, you, and the Junkman sitting in the living room playing with Star Wars figures while one of our moms makes us some bagel bites. I love it. I love it. Enosh versus Mike, Dawn of Nerddom. What was that just walked past us? Was that a My Little Pony?
Brony.
It was a brony. Yeah, no, so that's why I did it. I'm just poking fun at him, but seriously, it's oh my gosh.
What?
Bruce says my mom has palsy, so she puts a lot of shaker cheese on them.
Sorry.
Wow.
All I could see is like some good like this and then the cheese not stopping.
Well, so that's how the next 5 Marvel movies are going to be.
Cheesy?
Yeah.
I have one question, Steve.
Yeah, what you got there?
It's from Prodigy, and they said, so do you guys think they'll actually soft reboot for Robert's Batman in the DCEU?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Mark can only see this, so he says it looks like a papaya is in your lap.
Is that a papaya, or are you just happy to see me? I'm holding off any Batman thoughts until I see the movie, because I need to see where they're going with this. We just saw that on video, and that looked kind of interesting when you're touching my papaya there. It's delayed on our big screen, and all of a sudden I see Tiffany reach over, and she's like, family show there, hon.
It's okay, I'll stick to eating my nuts.
Okay, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. So I don't know what they're doing with this Batman.
Mhm.
I have no idea. They've said that it's not year one, right?
Maybe it
That's
looks a
not
lot
supposed
like
to be. That's not supposed to be a new Batman story.
Gavin, it's our national baseball league. It's our Detroit Tigers. He loves Isaac's top.
I like how you think there, Bruce.
What?
Does anyone know the popcorn bag trick?
You've used it. Okay. I'm kidding. Or not. Who knows?
Who knows? It's a mystery. I'm just saying, I don't know with this Batman thing. I don't know if they're going to try to bring him into the DCEU. The DCEU right now is so confusing because they're continuing with some things. Did you guys see the story that was put out this week that said that DC was looking to get away from they were wanting to drop Jason Momoa as Aquaman?
Shut your face, Grandma!
Right? So John Campea was reporting about it, and I was like, when I saw it, I was walking. It was when I was walking in the house last night after going grocery shopping, and I see this video by John Campea that says DC and Warner looking to drop Jason Momoa, and I'm like, are you trying to commit suicide? Like, what are you trying to do here? And so I literally walk in and I start listening to the video. Fortunately, he said the words that I was really hoping was going to come out because the website that was reporting it was, "We've got this covered."
Well, yeah.
So, and he just said, "Look, it's not true."
It says
That's
screaming
why-
bloody murder if they fire Jason.
Right?
That's why anytime I see like some like comic book reported thing, I look to see okay which website is it first, and if it's by them, I just keep
Yeah,
scrolling.
just keep scrolling, keep scrolling. If you ever see anything by We Got This Covered, because I've had people reach out to me and go, "Hey, did you see this? Did you see this? It was reported on We Got This Covered."
9.9 times out of 10, it's fake.
It's always fake, and it's amazing. But I remember when they first started doing scoops, like I got suckered
Mark
into it.
said April Fools.
No, they were serious. But of course they were dumb too because they were talking about like that was like their headline was that they were getting rid of Jason Momoa, and they haven't even got the sequel off the ground. They don't even have a director for the sequel. They don't have anything for the sequel. They don't have a script or anything. And this in the
first
article,
Aquaman did amazing.
yeah. And then they were talking about like that supposedly he was going to drop the moniker in Aquaman 4. Like, what? That like in Aquaman 4 he was just going to be King of Atlantis full time and he was going to give the Aquaman mantle to somebody else. I'm like, what? And I sometimes I love John Campea because sometimes I don't agree with him, but sometimes I just love John Campea because like John Campea even was like, they don't have an Aquaman 2 yet.
Yeah.
They certainly don't have a plot for Aquaman 4 yet. They like let it go, you know. But the DCEU is really weird. I mean, we got Wonder Woman. Hopefully, we're getting another Aquaman. We got Shazam coming out. We got like all these things that are still connected to the DCEU, yet not.
I think Flashpoint's gonna be kind of like the reboot button that they press. 'Cause
Yes.
like, I think they're gonna wait and see how Robert Pattinson does.
Yep.
I think they're gonna wait more towards like the first actual trailer to see what people think of him like in action in like a 2-minute trailer or like a minute trailer, and then wait for the movie to come out. And when the movie comes out, then decide is he gonna be the next Batman or are we gonna try and get someone else to be like Batman in DCU?
Yeah, but I agree that as the Ezra Miller thing is gonna,
Yeah.
if they get that movie up and going,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a Flashpoint story. That's how you reboot it. But my prayer is, don't reboot Superman.
Yeah.
Let Superman be Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the article that came out? Was it last month? That they voted. They had a poll, and I want to say it was an Entertainment Weekly or Variety. It might have been Variety. So it was legit. It was a legit thing, and it asked, "What your favorite superhero is?" And I was amazed
Reese Witherspoon, Bruce.
that Superman. No, we can talk about that though in a second. Superman is still the #1 superhero
Bruce
out there.
said no, she used a fork.
Superman was still voted #1. I was shocked that Iron Man was #5. It was like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America, Iron Man. Shocked. after Endgame for Iron Man to be number 5, because Iron Man is at the height of whatever. But that should tell Warner Brothers something. That should tell them,
Yeah.
look, people want a
Sphinx
good.
said.
No, that's my only April Fool's joke. That's funny.
No, Sphinx above it.
Amy Adams was recently asked if Man of Steel's coming out, and she said, "I don't think so. I think Warner Brothers is going a different." I saw that Sphinx, and that concerns me. That really concerns me because I don't understand. I don't understand why they won't give Henry.
Mark says I was Googling it, LOL. I was about to send that to
Sphinx,
my work when you
Sphinx,
sent yours.
Sphinx, you're absolutely right. Because I don't understand why they wouldn't give people like Henry Cavill. They like him. Everybody talks about it. Even if they didn't like Batman versus Superman, even if they didn't like Justice League, they still like Henry Cavill as Superman. And they really liked, even if they didn't like Justice League, they really liked Superman at the end of Justice League. So why wouldn't you build off of that and give us that Superman? There were so many things after watching these the Superman movies this last week. There were so many times I'd look at Christopher Reeve and I would go, "Oh, that's Henry Cavill right there. Look
Nice.
at
I
that look."
love Jordan's comment.
What was Jordan's comment?
Henry Cavill, I will toss a coin to my Witcher if you stay as Superman.
Yes. Did you hear about the Suicide Squad movie? I haven't heard anything new about the Suicide Squad movie. I just know that it's obviously being made.
And Harley Quinn's gonna do 52 look
Yeah.
with the red and black colors rather than what she's doing now.
I love Christopher Reeve as Superman. It's just, it's for a different time.
You think that Henry Cavill is best for this era?
I think for
time?
this era, for this time, Henry Cavill, it's a much more serious approach to it. The thing is you can't watch the old Christopher Reeve movies and look at them like in a serious way because like
You can't look at him as serious now.
No, because you got Superman flying backwards around the earth and stuff, turning back time. You
And
got
Superman
Bruce
48.
says different time, yes, but his Clark Kent was classic.
and that's interesting because I dig his Clark Kent for that, but you know what? I like the rebooted Clark Kent that wasn't the buffoon kind of nerd idiot guy. Like when they rebooted the comics back in 1986, John Byrne was the writer who did that. I really like the fact that they made Clark like just a normal guy, right? Like we kind of saw him in the Lois and Clark TV show, with Dean Cain and stuff, like that they just made him a regular guy instead of being this bumbling kind of guy.
Yeah. You can really see that in Henry Cavill's Clark.
Yeah, you could see that he was like playing a normal guy,
Especially at the beginning.
Pelican says I like Superman Returns more than Cavill. Now that's interesting. And that's fine if you do. I just don't see the. I just feel like there was an opportunity there with Superman Returns that did not get taken full advantage of.
It would have been cool for me to see Henry Cavill as Superman with Lex from Superman Returns. Those two would be
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, I know right now that
Heisenberg.
what's his name from Superman Returns?
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey. I know he's in a lot of trouble right now, whatnot, but I felt like that if they would have given that Lex a good story and not played him off as a comedic, side thought or whatever, he had some brilliant moments that shine through as Lex even. My thing about Superman Returns, and I've said it over and over again, you just couldn't root for Superman. Because Richard White, the character of Richard White, was such a good guy in that movie.
Bruce, what about George Reeve, in shape, out of shape guy from 1950?
Right? Like, you know, but now I finally understand though when I used to talk to people about Christopher Reeve and tell them that I love Christopher Reeve. And Christopher Reeve is
Me
Superman.
too, Jeff.
So I will say this: Christopher Reeve is Superman. When you watch those Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, he looks like he literally stepped out of a comic, right? You know, like all these new
Colin
outfits.
Farrell just ran into Kevin Spacey a while back when he was in LA.
It was weird.
It's like, we have him right here.
Yeah. So, like, when you look at, we got this set right here. This wasn't the set we looked at. I actually got this tin from a few years ago that had everything in it. But when you look at Christopher Reeve in that Superman outfit, like, what I love about Christopher Reeve is that that's not some weird leather suit. It's not some weird new spandexy suit that's all textured and everything. And it's got, you know, like, one of the things I didn't like about the Justice League suit with Henry Cavill is that they had those metal plates or even plastic plates in there that looked like muscles. Because Henry Cavill is
He looks like Freddie Mercury there.
so buff. I don't know about that. I don't know what you're seeing there. He is so buff, and he doesn't need that. But man, Christopher Reeve was wearing just regular spandex and looked phenomenal as Superman. He filled out that costume, and he looks literally, and that's why they drew Superman for the next 20 years to look like Christopher Reeve. So he said some things to me that made me go, "Hey, would you look at the time?" And speed walked away. Really? Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
It's okay, Bruce. I think we all are.
What do you think of the new Black series they announced yesterday? I loved it, and thank you to Darth Tasty. Thank you, Mr. Tasty. Ryan, I love you, man. I messaged him and I said, I love you, Ryan. Like, don't take that the wrong way. Not in a Kevin Spacey way. But, oh my gosh, the new Black Series Star Wars toys that they announced yesterday. Whole new line of stuff. We're getting an Ewok. We're getting... help me out with the other stuff. I saw the pictures, but I forgot. But the most important things... we're getting 2 new carbonized. Apparently this carbonized thing is going to be a thing. We're getting 2 new... One is a carbonized stormtrooper that's silver. And then also Boba Fett. Boba Fett, carbonized. And it looks sweet. And Darth Tasty was the first one to let me know. He messaged me and said, "Hey, Enosh, have you seen this?" And I was like, "No." And then he sent me this thing from Big Bad Toy Store, and I was like, so that's exactly what that's a recreation of what my my reaction was, because it's Boba Fett, and he knows I love
The reaction to our checkbook.
it. But don't worry, it's a pre-order for the fall. And I didn't have to pay anything.
Admiral Akbar.
Yes, Admiral Akbar.
Vader.
Now, I don't think that the Admiral Akbar, though, is going to be... I think the Admiral Akbar, isn't that just a...
You mean it's going to be on his own since he's not going to be in that set from Disney where it's like the 4 or 5 pack?
Yeah, no, I think the Admiral Akbar one, though, is a... isn't that an exclusive to something? Like might have been Comic-Con. I'm not sure. Which probably won't happen now, but... oh, yeah, that's right. The new Darth Vader that they got coming out, it's Empire Darth Vader. I mean, it looks like Darth Vader. You know, it looks like Darth Vader from Empire, which, that is a different look than the original movie. Here's a little funny thing for all of us Star Wars fans. So I was in the shower, and while I'm in the shower, usually like I'll set a video going, and I've got like a little Bluetooth speaker in the shower, and so I'm in the shower listening.
Wondering what that was.
Yeah, so I was listening to this. It's waterproof, so you can like connect it via Bluetooth, and so I was listening to stuff, and so the video that I was watching, it clicked off while I was shampooing, and it went to this guy, this doctor video. I don't even know where this came from.
Darth Bobalorian.
I saw that. Gavin, give me just a second, and I'll touch on that. So I'm washing my hair, and all of a sudden it goes to this video of this plastic surgeon who is looking at that show Botched.
Mm-hmm.
We watched that show, right?
I watched that.
And so he's talking about that, and he gives a horrible description of some lady and her botched up because he's watching the show and he's a real doctor giving his ideas of it and stuff. And so he was saying that something about like if you keep going and you keep like tweaking stuff or whatever, that it's like it's like blowing up the Death Star in The Empire Strikes Back. I was like, don't use a nerdy reference if you don't know what you're talking about. And who's the producer who let that slip through? Like, no, they didn't blow up a Death Star in Empire Strikes. The one movie that they didn't blow up a Death Star in.
It was the new Mando in Beskar.
Yes. Oh, Tiff, they got Mandalorian coming in Beskar armor. You knew it was coming. I mean, you knew it was coming.
He just showed up his best car. He must have done speed to text.
You see what Bruce said? Oh man. Yes, they have, Darth Tasty. They did put pictures online. There are pictures of the Beskar armor. There absolutely are. I've seen it. What was it Gavin said? Gavin had a question about something here, and I said I was going to get back to it. Oh, Gavin, Mike Zero is a Star Wars commentator, but he makes up a bunch of crap. He literally just throws crap against the wall, anything and everything, and tries, and it's just bad. It's just bad.
Bad Batch?
It's no, the Bad Batch is good. He's just bad.
Bruce says laugh out loud now. We get to watch them stare at their phones.
Yep. So Isaac's top is really sick. Is it an American football team? I want to get one.
Talked about
Oh,
that.
you already talked about that.
We
Okay.
talked about that like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, 'cause
Sorry.
You just said how it's our baseball team.
Oh, what do you think of how Supergirl killed off Dean Cain off the show? I think that's political. That's all I'll say about it. I think it's stupid. I think it's I actually watched Supergirl this week, and it reminded me of why I can't watch Supergirl anymore. Be quite honest with you, it's it's not a show about Supergirl anymore. It's a political show, just to tell everybody what they should think and how they should feel about stuff, no matter what. And whether you agree with it or not, I just don't need all. Look, I don't want somebody touting a bunch of political beliefs, shoving them down my throat, where it's the point where it's like it just takes over the show. Mm-hmm. That's my problem with it. I don't even care what the politics are. It shouldn't do that, right? Like you know, like you guys know I'm a pastor. I'm a Christian. I can't just watch Christian television all the time either. There's Christian television networks and channels and stuff like that where it's just, you don't catch me watching that stuff, right? Because I don't agree with it all. I just don't agree with it all. There's all kinds of these new family-friendly Christian movies or whatever, and you know what my opinion of them
Bruce
are,
says Christian is still human.
right? There's all these family-friendly Christian movies or whatever that they're put out, and I am so picky when it comes to that stuff. There are literally probably, I can count on one hand the amount of those movies that I like, just because cheesy is cheesy, bad is bad. I don't care if it's a bad script or bad casting, whatever. I just
One of my favorites is actually the football one.
Chasing the Giants.
Facing.
Facing the Giants, yeah, that's a good one. But I just, I don't care what it is. I call it the way I see it.
Jordan says, I want more honest Christian media.
Exactly. I want more real stories. Tanya, we were discussing whose mom was gonna make us more bagel bites. Oh, that's funny.
Bagel Bites Patreon, perhaps?
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. So this Ahsoka thing being in Mandalorian season 2 is apparently just going to be
What's up, Hollywood Demon Dave?
What's up, Hollywood Demon Dave? We haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Or at least I haven't known that I saw you in a while. Good to see you.
Not pizza rolls, though. They burn the roof of my mouth.
Well, because they're either absolutely frozen or
Or scalding hot. And there's
scalding
no
hot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Apparently, this Ahsoka thing is just going to be like one episode. But there's a possibility that it could be an ongoing series.
Pelican says, "What
Yeah.
time is it here?" It's 8:43.
Yep, 8:43. So I'm looking forward to seeing Ahsoka. Now I know that there's people out there who are upset that what's her name, Eckstein, isn't going to portray.
Pelican said, "Oh, okay, same here in Jersey."
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're Eastern time. So we're here in Michigan. So people are upset that she's not going to be Ahsoka, and that Rosario Dawson's going to be doing it. I just want to see a good live version of Ahsoka. I really don't care. There's people who are saying that that it's disrespectful to the Star Wars fans. I don't see how it's disrespectful. I've said it before. I think I said it in another live stream where, look, Mark Hamill does a tremendous version of the Joker, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's literally been 5 different live action versions of the Joker since he started doing his voice over work. And it doesn't mean that it's an insult to Batman fans or Joker fans or to Mark Hamill. It just means that it's a role. You know,
Pelican, the last one.
Mike Zero does the best version of an a-hole. So, right? Like, but that doesn't mean that somebody like Mark Uno can't come and do a version. Right? So I guess I'm not invested that much where it's like I feel that she has to be the version. Now, the Star Wars Theory, Darth Tasty let me know about this, and I watched a little bit of it. Star Wars Theory did an interview with her about it. What kept throwing me off was the fact that the guy who's in charge of Collider Videos was on there for some reason. I don't really know why, but he was in that live stream, and he's sitting there, and like all I can sit there is like, I just wanted to slap him. And so, you know, I like her. I think she does great, and I want to continue hearing her voice. But I think Rosario Dawson's going to do fine.
Derek says, if you want to talk about disrespectful, talk about making Kylo Ren look like a girl when he took his helmet off. I didn't expect that. Jordan said Mike Zero should host a talk show called The Crap, a spinoff of The View.
Yes,
Like-
Jamie Lee Curtis. Now I hadn't heard about Michael Biehn, but there's talk that Jamie Lee Curtis is also going to be in Mandalorian season 2.
That'd be cool.
Oh, is that why, Darth Tasty? Well, that's cool.
I just remembered that because I put Baby Yoda.
How'd you get that?
Logan printed off a picture like to put in his
His case at work.
case also.
Or at school, before school
Oh,
got
that's cool.
quit.
Printed off 2 instead.
I
of
didn't
1.
realize that he did a podcast with him. That's unfortunate.
I was like, we were talking
That's
about
unfortunate
Mandalorian,
because
Baby
I like Star Wars Theory, but I don't always agree with him. But I like him.
Bruce said, Derek, I think they did that to give the impression that he was weak under the armor and mask.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, I really like Adam Driver now. I
Me
really
too.
like Adam Driver now.
Derek says it turns out there's going to be another Halloween movie. That'd be a good way to promote it. And then Bruce said Billy Bob Thornton is supposed to be a Jedi.
in the upcoming movie.
Yeah.
If he can't do it, they will ask me. I don't know about Billy Bob Thornton as a... You know, how many of these April Fool's jokes you think you're going
You want a Sling Blade Jedi?
to sling? I don't even know how that would turn out. There you go, Bruce. You need to make that video. Sling Blade Jedi. Sling Blade Jedi. Oh my gosh, Adam Driver on SNL. He's awesome. He's awesome on SNL.
He's every time he's done it, he's knocked it out of the park.
Knocked it out, and his undercover boss things have been great. So you can see like
How do you think Carlo Red is?
if
Yeah,
you
radar
look if you just look at Adam Driver.
Radar technician.
If you just look at Adam Driver
I should
on
put
the
that
outside, he
in.
looks like he would be unapproachable.
Oh,
He's
they
kind of
did?
got that face where he looks like he's unapproachable, or he looks like he's got an attitude problem. But then you can see by the things that he does that he doesn't take himself too seriously. So
Well, he used to be military. He's a dad. He's got a young kid. He was, he's done a bunch of different things like Logan Lucky. He's done, some other things afterwards. I don't know what movie it is, but that skit when he's like this. I don't know what that's from, but it's just funny. Because I like the one where he's like, "You're not Vader."
right. Pelican says, I live 10 minutes from where they filmed the original Friday the 13th, Blairstown, New Jersey.
Nice.
Nice. How is New Jersey? I've heard all kinds of fun stuff about New Jersey. One of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits used to be when what's his name used to always make fun of New Jersey. They've done a lot of New Jersey stuff on Saturday Night Live over the years. New Jersey. But then I used to love Joe Piscopo. Where they'd be like, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Jersey." "You from Jersey?" "I'm from Jersey." Some of my favorite people are from Jersey, though. I mean, look at like Kevin Smith's from Jersey. All the comic book men and everything are from Jersey. Some good people in Jersey.
Tarek said the New York is the dead zone for the virus.
Yep. And then of course there's the Jersey Shore people, which is like, Snookies from Jersey. So I live near the graveyard where they filmed Night of the Living Dead. Wow, that's cool. We live literally a half an hour away from where they filmed Batman vs Superman. Metamora, where the Wayne Mansion was and all that stuff. And then also,
Which I wish they would have just kept for us to be able to like see or go or visit, but they had to tear it down after.
yeah. And then of course they filmed a lot of it in Detroit.
Yeah.
And we had friends who we've told the story here before, but our friend Scott, I want to call him Mark, but I know it's not Mark. That's why I paused.
Mark.
I know, right? Scott, he used to work out with Henry Cavill when they were making. We were this close to getting to go to dinner with Henry Cavill, and then but they got done filming early and moved on to Chicago. I saw that the WWE Sasha Banks is going to be in Mandalorian. God, I hope not. I just don't like Sasha Banks. And I don't know if she's. I mean, I don't know. Her acting may be good. I don't know. I just don't like her as a character in WWE. What are you looking? Oh, I thought you were looking at something.
No, I was just trying to read it. That's another reason why I feel like I look more tired than I am. Because I'm trying to read where it is on the screen and it doesn't look right because the camera's too high.
There's been a rumor going around, Tanya, for a long time that Zoom is coming back, and I look forward to that. So you want to hear something funny? Is I was telling Isaac last night, I rewatched the very first episode of The Flash.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. It was interesting because I watched the whole thing, and like I never felt like I needed to fast forward through it or whatever, and I found it fascinating. Like all the stuff that we know now. 6 years later, it was fascinating just to see the way that Harry Wells, knowing that that's Reverse Flash now, just all the little looks that he gives and the little edging on and stuff like that, and then also the early parts where like Cisco calls Iris hot. He's like, "Oh yeah, she's hot," like because he doesn't know who she is, and he calls her hot, and just a lot of different things, man. Just.
Tanya says, do you like season 1 or 2?
Man, I think I like season 2 a little bit better. Just because, man, I don't know. The end of season 1 was so good.
1.
You were so angry. You were like, I gotta wait all summer.
Oh my gosh.
Gavin
I
says,
say
will it be
1.
the same actor as Zoom?
I don't know that you have to have. If it's Zoom, you really don't have to show anybody because he's got a full mask. So
Derek said, I hope the next couple episodes of The Flash is them trying to create a new Speed Force.
Well, yeah, looks like that's what they're gonna do because you can't have the Flash without the speed.
right. So so I know I toyed around with this idea. I put it out on the community page. So what I'm thinking about is maybe tomorrow, instead of doing a live stream, we do speaking of Zoom, we do a Zoom meeting. And so what I'll do is
I'm not on call, so that'd be cool.
I will set it up, and then I don't know how many people you can have join. I know Mark, if Mark is still around, Mark had mentioned that he's got like 100 that he can do. So I don't know what the cap is.
Isaac's looking it up right now.
Right, he's gonna look up the cap. So if I can't do it with enough people that I think that we can have a decent conversation,
Bruce says I'm so stupid. I don't know what Zoom is.
Zoom is a character on the Flash. He's basically like an evil version of the Flash. He wears all black. He's actually got a pretty cool outfit.
100.
So it is 100. Okay, so
Yep.
so I will
And
say
there's-
this
And there's an add-on. It costs money, but
for the free version, it is 100. Okay, so
but
Darth
for-
said,
but
do you have
it
to
costs
pay
money.
for Zoom?
no, it's a free download. You just download the app. You just find it. You download the app, and then what I will do is I will put out a code tomorrow or I'll set it up tonight even, and I'll put out a code where all you got to do is go in there and it says join a group or join a meeting. You punch in the code, and then you'll pop on, and of course,
Like
you know.
Jackbox, you put the code in?
Yep, pretty much. And you can, and you know what I found out is that you can play Jackbox even with people who aren't in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. How's that work? So we could play Jackbox
As
with
long
people.
as you got Wi-Fi, they can sign in.
Yeah,
still get-
And as long as you show them what's going on.
yeah. So we may get creative here with a couple of things. If you guys have never played Jackbox, it's a fun game. We wouldn't be able to get everybody in, but you know we could rotate
Well,
some
you
games.
can only do 8 at a time,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
Yes, Bruce. It's like spin the dreidel, except for there's no dreidel, and you don't really spin anything. You just do stupid things, and sometimes the kids get a little racy.
Derek said, did you know that Zoom and Savitar were voiced by actors that okay serial killers?
That also play maybe.
I'm not sure what that okay.
And the
so-
only reason why the kids get racy is because they're not
That's
allowed to
way-
at the other homes.
Yeah.
So they let it all out.
Yeah, they let it all out here. It's fine. But anyways, yeah. So I will put out the thing for tomorrow, and we can do the first ever Poindexter Lounge meeting where we can actually. Yeah, my mom and sister bought me the Flash DVDs, season 1 to 5, an Arrow box set for me, but I have to clean the dishes for a month for the total work. Nice. But yeah, download the app and then do that, and then that way we can see you, you can see us, we can all talk. I think that'll be a lot of fun and be something.
Bruce said, better get to scrubbing.
Right. Yes, we knew that Savitar was a future Flash time remnant. Yeah. Quiplash. Yes, we do, Bruce. Actually, you know, Bruce, I've been very entertained by your jokes and your live streams and some of the stuff that you've done. He did Star Wars trivia one night, which I thought was great. Just lots of
Him
fun
and his
stuff.
wife.
Yep, him and his wife. Yeah, so it's great getting to know you guys, and so I think it'll be a fun thing to do this Zoom thing and to be able to have that and maybe even I think there's an option to record it and maybe even put that on the channel as like a fun thing to kind of tell people, kind of show people what we
Bruce
do.
said trivia was boring.
No, it wasn't. I had a good time doing the trivia.
And then Pelican had a question. Off topic.
Off topic. Do you like the AVGN
Cinemassacre.
Cinemassacre? I don't think I know what that is. I think you know what we could do Star Wars trivia. We could do a fun thing with some of these games though, or whatever. Because I've got stuff that I actually. Angry Video Game Nerd. Yes. So I haven't seen Cinemassacre,
Yeah.
but is that the channel?
Yeah.
That's the channel. Yeah. So I love Angry Video Game Nerd. Don't always agree with him. Advanced Viagra Good Noodles. Yeah, I don't always agree with him, but I love Angry Video. I played a lot of those videos for you guys because he is hilarious with some of his takes on stuff.
Well, because you can't believe him. Sometimes you're like, watch this.
Oh man, it's fun stuff. But yeah, I've got so we used to do giveaways here on the channel, and we haven't done a giveaway since Crisis.
Yep.
And so we've definitely got some stuff that I have had. Couple of giveaways actually that we did a Crisis. People gave me I had two things come back. Well, actually, I had one thing come back from a viewer who gave me an address that it came back from, and then somebody else never gave me their address. They apparently they didn't have any social media. They didn't have any email or any way to actually send me their address, and I didn't feel comfortable with them giving me their address, in a public forum. And so I tried, but didn't work out. So you can't download Zoom. Why not, Tanya? It's just an app. It should be something. I mean, if you have a phone that has apps, if you got a smartphone, you should be able to. It's free.
Yeah, I just downloaded it.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know.
Unless it's also an app, but like on laptops or computers.
Did you try turning it off and turning it back on again? That might work.
Going like that.
Do you guys like James Bond? So Jeff, I absolutely Pelican. Thanks for joining us, man. And I really appreciate you, Pelican. Thank you so much for your support of the Mark Uno stuff. Be looking for a new Mark Uno thing here pretty soon. Do I like James Bond? I like James Bond in theory. Roger Moore was my James Bond. I got a lot of connection to James Bond because I do a really good Sean Connery impersonation. I really like what's his name? Pierce Brosnan. I really like Pierce Brosnan. I think that he looks like the quintessential James Bond to me. But I haven't watched a lot of James Bond movies. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of James Bond movies, to be honest with you. I know everybody says they're great, but every time I seem to, I've got them all at my disposal. My friend of mine has them all on Plex, my friend Jordan, and we have access to his Plex. And every time I sit to think and, watch a James Bond movie, something happens and I end up not watching it. So, I don't know. California schools have permanently closed for the rest of the school year. Yeah, I that was my April Fool's Day joke to the family today. Was I sent them a picture that looked official that said our governor said that everyone was going to have to repeat the same grade next year because Isaac is supposed to graduate, and they haven't made an official ruling here in Michigan as to how they're handling that. And honestly, I don't know how they're handling that because Logan will be going into high school, Landon will be going from being a freshman to a sophomore, and Isaac is supposed to graduate, and we have no idea. We have no idea. Jeff, talking about James Bond, I remember For Your Eyes Only. I remember being a kid watching For Your Eyes Only over and over and over again because it was on HBO. And the place where we lived out in Las Vegas at the time, when I was living with my mom before I came to live with my grandmother, we lived in it was just like a little apartment, it was like studio apartments. And so it was one room, almost kind of like a motel, but it wasn't a motel. There were these little studio apartments, and so just one room kind of deals, but they had HBO, and so I watched a lot of Star Wars because Star Wars was on a lot there. And then I also watched Wrath of Khan. That's where I first watched Wrath of Khan and loved Wrath of Khan and For Your Eyes Only. Tanya, I thought I did read yours.
She said because she's using her mom's phone, her mom won't let her download Zoom.
Oh. Sorry to hear that. Aren't they doing school online in Michigan? He might not have to have an actual ceremony, but he would still graduate. So here's the thing: is they've given us online stuff here in Michigan, but they've said that it's not going to count.
Well, some schools have done that. Not all of them.
What sucks is I know I got friends who just started homeschooling their son this month, and he still has to go to school.
Well, that's how it is for cousins in Texas. It is how their school works. It's like half of it's at home, half of it's at school.
Okay.
So now what they would be doing at school, they're just doing all of it at home. So they're still doing it for what would have been their school year. They're still doing it at home.
Yeah, but I think everybody just wants to get back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, I think we're going to come out of this with probably a better appreciation.
What is normal going to be?
Well,
Is that we're gonna
that's
go
the
back
question.
To our normal that we were used to.
Bruce asked Tanya, will she make us some bagel bites? That's funny. That's funny.
Maybe if we make her some bagel bites, she'll let her download Zoom.
There you go, Bruce. You might want to get on that. You might want to make her some bagel bites. Do you like any British TV shows? We are good at making sitcoms here mostly. So I'm trying to think of there are some British things that I mean. There's the obvious ones like Monty Python. I love Monty Python. I've watched a little bit of The Office.
I just started season 1 of that.
I really need some bagel bites in my fat kid life.
Mr. Bean. Yes, Mr. Bean. I loved Mr. Bean.
Me too.
Rowan Atkinson is hilarious. One of the things. What's up, Keith? One of the things that Benny Hill, Bruce. I'll be honest with you. So I remember being a kid, and Benny Hill would come in on the TV show or on the TV, you know, late at night, and I, you know, back then it was really racy, and nowadays it's like nothing. You know, it'd be like afternoon shows for kids almost. Probably not, but you know what I mean. Anything new in the toy room? I've got a bunch of toys over here that I've not gotten to. Actually, I'm thinking about doing because there's some toys that are older figures, and I'm thinking about doing a live stream where I just open some toys and talk about them. Because I've got some that I need to do. A lot of those Spin Master toys, the new DC Spin Master toys that I need to do reviews on. Problem is that the studio that I really like doing the toy reviews at is at the church where I work, and so I got to set up something and kind of do them here. But I'm thinking about just doing because I got a bunch of them that I just need to do that I just like to open and talk about. If you guys know anything about Superboy Prime from the original Crisis on Infinite Earths comic book series, I've got several versions of Superboy Prime and the comic book that he was introduced in, and so I've been thinking about doing a video about that and opening those.
Gavin said you should watch Only Fools and Horses. It is the best British comedy show ever made.
Really? Only Fools and Horses. One British thing that Cyclone Scotty. What's up, Cyclone Scotty? This is first time in a live stream for you. Thanks for the Mark Uno video today. You are all great. Thank you. Thank you, Cyclone. Or Cylon. I'm sorry. I thought it said Cyclone. That's my mistake. I'm trying to read it as everything's moving here. Thank you, Cylon. That means a lot, man. Welcome to the live stream. We just like to have some fun and have a good time here. I did like the Venom movie.
Me too.
The one British thing to talk about British things. The one British thing that I probably should like, but I never really got into because I just have not really watched a lot of it, is Doctor Who. And I know for some people that's like sacrilege. But it just is. It just is. Really, Derek, you work at a church also. That's cool. What do you do there? But yeah, I love I just love good stuff. If it's funny, whatever. But if it's good, whatever. I enjoy it. Dana Carvey. Okay, cool. You know what? I love. We've got an awesome staff at our church, and awesome custodial staff.
My dad actually
And I'm
was
super good friends with her dad was
My dad actually went. He was a head custodian for the high school that I went to, and then when he retired, he went to my kids' grade school, and they used to call him his official title was custodial engineer. But it was like, when you work in high school and you have these punk kids, trying to like get down and whatever, and my dad's just not saying anything, but he's looking at him like, I probably make more than you and your parents combined, but whatever. I'm just gonna do my job,
I think it's horrible when I hear people who look down on
I
custodial
know.
staffs and stuff like that, because that's stupid.
And it's not just because my dad did that. My dad did his job with pride, plus he had a second job, plus he had a cleaning business. He slung Christmas trees. He took care of his family, and he's proud of the work that he did. Now he's retiring down south. So,
I think anytime that you see people saying things like that about other people, it's dumb. Look, I love the custodial staff at our church, and I'll be honest with you, we recognize our staff all the time, and they're some of my best friends, and I just love them. I love them. I mean, they keep things going. I think the important thing to remember is like in anything, and I remind them of this all the time. We can't do what we do because like a lot of our custodial staff, they're very very what's the word I want to say? Just very humble, and they'll say, "Oh, but Enosh, you're up there and you're leading music and you're doing this and that and everything." But I'll tell them like, we can't do what we do if you don't do what you do. Like we all need each other, to be able to get
yes,
there.
he could, Bruce.
Would only
Very well.
what?
Up top, Bruce says, "Could your dad make bagel bites?"
Yes, her dad.
He would make them from scratch because on top of being a custodian, he also had a associate's degree in culinary arts. So
Well, I think
he could make phenomenal bagel bites.
I think the thing is pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening,
Pizza at supper time.
pizza at supper time.
Pizza?
Pizza. Yes, pizza at supper. Because you get pizza in the morning and pizza in the evening, but you have pizza for dinner. Pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, Landon, you can eat pizza. You can eat pizza at any time. Landon heard pizza. What are you wearing? Come here. What are you
It's
wearing?
The llama
It's a
from
llama
Fortnite.
from Fortnite.
Oh, because it looks like some kind of.
You have the hood up, so it just.
I'm not sure. It looks like camouflage. of
Bruce
some
says
kind.
I'm freaking hungry. He says that's it. I'm coming to Michigan to
Last
bagel
of-
bites.
Last of the summer wine. He was great as church lady on SNL, and of course
In
Garth.
that special.
I want to see Mike
Where'd you
Zero.
learn that from? Satan.
I want to see Mike Zero bite into a flaming hot bagel bite and just watch his reaction. Well, I can't guarantee that Mike would do that, but Mark Uno could bite into a bagel bite.
I agree with you, Darth.
Custodians are the backbone of so many facilities, right? Especially right now. Oh my gosh, with the cleaning that's having to be done and everything, the way that people put themselves out there. I mean, hey, it's the human pinata. Well, we do beat him, so. Oh wait, did I say that on the live stream? I wasn't supposed to say that. I mean, no, we love him so much and we take care of him. No.
Gavin said, yeah, The Last of Summer Wine is another British classic as well.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you got into the last of your summer wine.
Is Monty Python British?
Yeah, that's considered British, and I love Monty Python. You guys like
Who's
Monty Python.
the dude that was in Monty Python? Didn't he have a TV show for the longest time when we were kids in the 80s?
The only Monty Python thing I've seen is Holy Grail.
Yeah, we gotta watch some. There's Life of Brian, which yes, even though I'm a Christian, and you know what, I can laugh at myself. John Cleese.
Yes.
Yes.
From that movie.
Did you hear him?
What's that?
He says that's the only line I know know from that movie.
What's that?
I am not the Messiah now.
I'm not the Messiah. Yeah, yeah.
John Cleese, thank
John
you,
Cleese,
Bruce.
yes. Yes, I think John Cleese is probably he's probably got the he's probably the most visible of the Monty Python guys here in the States, I would say, because he's just been in so many different
Yeah.
things over the years, for sure. All right, Tanya, we'll see you. Tanya keeps leaving and coming and leaving and coming and leaving and coming. She just Tanya's all over the place.
I'm gonna be leaving in a few minutes because I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're gonna we won't be on forever, but unless we just leave the camera on.
Parrot
And just,
is my favorite.
so tomorrow I'm thinking about we'll do another WWE day because WrestleMania is coming up, right? So WWE day
Sure, WrestleMania.
because WrestleMania is going to be on, and
Isn't that this weekend?
That's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then also then tomorrow night we'll do the Zoom stream, and then also, "'Tis but a flesh wound." I'm telling you what, we could sit here and just quote Holy Grail like literally.
We're the knights
You-
that formerly say me.
We're the knights of you formerly said me. So here's the funny thing: my first band was called Antioch. Forever. Now there was a reason for that because we were a Christian rock band, and I was like 16 years old when we started it, and we started it because the term Christian was started in the city of Antioch, Acts 11:26. If you ever want to look it up, it says, and they were first called Christians in Antioch. But we used to want to write a song all the time. French fried potatoes. We wanted to write a song called Holy Hand Grenade for like the longest time. Hey, my pinata disappeared. We wanted to write a song called Holy Hand Grenade for like forever, and we never got around to it. But we used to always joke about that, the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, because we would just go, we'd just be sitting around and be like, thou shalt count thrice, not once, not twice, never shalt thou count four, but only thrice.
Bruce said Holy Hand Grenade. Ready Player One reference?
Still have not seen what you're clear.
Oh my gosh, you've got to see that. I love that.
Not
movie.
seen that? Oh my gosh.
We're watching that. This
Oh,
weekend.
trust me, Bruce. When I saw that they brought back, when I saw that they did that for Ready Player One, and they brought back Holy Hand Grenade for that, I laughed my butt off.
There's times I go through the house and I go like this.
The Knights Who Say Me. So there's a band that was my favorite band growing up called Petra. For those of you who don't know, if you know who Petra is, I got to play. They were one of the biggest Christian rock bands ever. They were my inspiration for getting into music, and I actually got to play guitar for the lead singer, John Schlitt, Grammy Award winner.
Bruce says, I remember Petra.
Yep. So you can actually find here on the channel, if you go through our videos and you go back to early
Edge of a
videos.
Broken Heart.
Nope, different band. I know. Edge of a Broken Heart was wasn't that Heart? I'm living on the edge of a broken heart.
He said I may be wrong.
Yeah, no, that was but I got to play. You could actually
He
find
used to
this.
be on Head East.
Yeah, he used to play for John used to sing for Head East, so they had the song "Never Been Any Reason." Edge of a Broken Heart was a female band. I think I want to say that was Heart or Vixen. That might have been Vixen. But no, John also was the singer for the secular group, the regular group Head East, and they had the song "Never Been Any Reason." They wrote the song called "We're Out of Bagels." Anyways, so that was a song. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. So if you guys are bored being here, we've played with John. You can see our entire concert of one of our. I shall fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster.
And your father smelled of elderberries.
And your father smelled of elderberries. Anyways, So you can find a whole concert of me playing guitar for him here on the channel. But I say that because the drummer, Louis Weaver, was known to be just a crack up and a comedian and stuff. And before I got to know the band very well, I was a teenager and I remember going to see them at a show. And John, this is long before I ever met them or got to play
Leave
with
me
them or
alone,
anything.
or I shall taunt you a second time.
John came down in the middle of a song and he put the mic in my face, and I sang the line from the song. And like when they got done, John actually pointed me out in the crowd. That's why when later I got to know him, like that happened several times. So when I'd go to a show and I'd be right in the front, he'd do that. So the funny thing was once he asked me my name at that show. He asked me my name. He says, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Enosh." And Louis, the guy up at the drum kit, he goes, "What did you say your name is?" And I'm like, "My name's Enosh." And he's like, "Oh, I feel so bad for you. I am so sorry that And so he just kept making the name. He kept joking. He says, "I'm not going to call you Enosh." He says, "I'm just going to call you me." And I lost it. And like half the people in the crowd knew what he was talking about. Half the people didn't. But
Isaac Gavin says, "Do you know Arrow season 8 DVD release date?"
No, that's what I'm looking up right now.
And then Bruce says, "Isaac, can I have your hat?"
I don't know if it's gonna get pushed back or not, but as of right now, it's supposed to be April 28th in America. So I know he's in Europe.
who went out and bought The Rise of Skywalker this week? Tim the Enchanter.
Who says, "Do you still have a better name than mine?" Just saying.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, Gordon, we did. I actually noticed it before you did.
You sure did. There's a lot of things the first time that you guys noticed that I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that would be good.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, Last Jedi, or not Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker came out yesterday
Mm-hmm.
on Blu-ray and DVD, and so I have not gotten out yet to go get my copy.
TDU4 says, "I bought it." Derek said, "After finding out that I can't go back to work, I plan on saving my money."
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a struggle right now. I know for a lot of people is the whole work thing. Fortunately, my friend Jordan put it on his Plex, and so I can watch it. I will tell you this: if you want to watch it, I know my hair's getting poofy, isn't it?
It's getting froey in the back.
It's getting froey. So let me see if I can find. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Something that I found on my. I would do this probably on your phone. I don't know that I would do this on a computer, just because. And this is not me. This is not me saying.
Very true, Gordon. I
Not-
teared up the first time, though.
This is not me promoting anything or saying that this is necessarily a good website, but what? It's freaking. Do you remember did I give you guys that webpage where you can watch any movie?
The only time you used it with us is when we watched Sonic.
Oh, I
you
thought
pulled it up, but you never gave it to us.
I thought I texted it to you.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It says, "Watched Rise of Skywalker yesterday with my surround sound turned way up."
Nice. I tell you, I watched it last week, and okay, Derek. Yeah. So if you do that already, what's up, Caleb? Yeah. So I found this.
Derek's an evil laugh.
I found this page, and I thought that I sent that to you guys, but it's on my phone, unfortunately, in my notes. Hold on, just 1 second.
Jordan says, "Why is that old piracy commercial from the 2000s?" Oh no, I stepped right in the way, so I can't read.
Why you not
Sorry.
Thing in my head.
All right. AFDAH is what it is. If you do a Google search for AFDAH,
Don't ask Bruce what the acronym means.
yeah, I don't even know what the acronym means. AFDAH, it literally has pretty much every movie that you could possibly ever want to see. They basically people who get movies, they upload the digital forms of them, and they're there. So if you're stuck inside, or you, like you said, you're, I mean, everybody else is offering all their streaming services and everything free right now. I just found this, acronyms are my kryptonite. But I would do it if you have a phone, AFDAH, right? AFTA. I don't know if I would do it on a computer, because a lot of time what happens is the first couple times you click on it to watch a movie, you'll get pop-ups. But on my phone, I'm finding that it'll eventually pop up, and you can actually stream that to your TV, or or whatever.
Ginger says I'm melting now. Thanks God.
The Goldbergs is a fun show. I love the fact that they bring stuff back from the '80s all the time, like Weird Al.
Well, she's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's hilarious. Weird Al. And well, they had Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund.
So are you guys excited for the new Christopher Nolan movie Tenet?
So somebody else asked that a couple of weeks ago, and I just don't know enough about it. Somebody gave me the breakdown of what the movie was about, and
See what Derek said.
what did Derek say? That tends to happen either way with the pop-ups. They're like Thanos. They're inevitable. Yeah. So I would just be careful. That's why I've kind of done it on my phone and not my computer, because I don't want my computer getting attacked or whatever. But your phone doesn't seem as susceptible to stuff like that, and so it's different. But
Rose says I love Parenthood.
Parenthood's funny too. But as far as Tenet goes, I just don't know enough about it. Somebody told us, and I can't remember what the thing was now for it. But I don't know enough about it. I love Christopher Nolan. I bet you she could too. I bet you she'd make some mean bagel bites.
She'd make them like in the oven where they're crispy on the outside. This episode was great.
Landon's over here going, Dad, bagel bites do sound good right now.
He said the Dart said the WrestleMania episode was great as well.
I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen the episode of that episode.
They should have Goldberg on the Goldbergs. Just saying.
Oh, that sucks, Caleb. But yeah, so that's just kind of what's going on tonight. We just figured we'd pull up and just talk nerdy with you guys for a while.
I made it through 90% of the thing without someone calling. Of course, I'm probably jinxing myself, and then they're gonna call tonight.
Yeah.
As soon as this is done.
So tomorrow, look for a WrestleMania stream. I'll put it out tomorrow. What time we're gonna do it, and then also we're not WrestleMania, but a wrestling stream where we'll watch more of our favorite wrestling matches. That'll be fun. And
Oh, yeah.
Doing it during
I
the
just
day
thought of
or the
something.
afternoon.
Yeah, right
I
before the
love
stream started.
Bruce says, see what you started, Enosh? Another great video with great people. Right? Darn it. Gavin, did you see my
remember
last
something that I read
live
before
chat?
the stream
I did
started.
not. What's that? What'd you say?
Oh, I just remember something I read right before the stream started.
Oh, what's that?
It's more for like the people that game.
Okay.
But the studio Bethesda said that since there's no E3 this summer, and most companies are gonna be doing like a half-hour to an hour video presentation of announcing their stuff for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda said they're not gonna do that. They're just gonna do just like their own announcements during the summer.
Mm.
So like there's no individual announcements rather than a half-hour to an hour video.
Hmm.
Which is surprising because they delayed Doom Eternal on Switch, and it's getting
Which
delayed even more
angers you.
because of the coronavirus. And then they have a bunch of huge games that are supposed to come out this year.
Hunter Iggy says, Playmaster Lounge, what is your thoughts on granddaughter of Red Tornado going to be in DCEU Black Adam movie? Daughter of Red Tornado. Going to be
Granddaughter.
granddaughter of Red Tornado going to be in DCEU Black Adam movie. I had not heard that.
Derek said he was really happy for Doom Eternal Films.
Yeah, if you want to pull that up, Isaac, see if you can find something on it. Because I had not heard that. I'm not against it.
Oh, that's awesome, Darth. I was joking, but that's awesome.
Goldberg.
Goldberg was on the Goldbergs. He played the coach's brother.
That's like a Goldberg and a Goldberg.
Cyclone.
Goldbergception? Give me some darn megabytes. GMSDBB. Nice.
I don't have a problem with that. You know, the more characters they
That's
introduce,
awesome,
the better.
Gavin.
It was apparently reported back in the beginning of February.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because everything I'm reading says February 3rd.
I must have
February
missed that
3rd, February
somehow.
5th. Me too.
I must have missed that one somehow. So I apologize for not knowing that particular story. But I will say this: I'm fine with introducing more characters into the DCEU. I want to see them expand the DCEU. I don't want to see them do like where like Man of
True,
Steel,
Caleb.
where Man of Steel was, where like years later they're like, oh, this guy was going to be Martian Manhunter, and this was going to happen here, or whatever. I want them to introduce characters, and actually introduce those characters.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see who Black Adam, who's the gotta go, nerd dude. My French fried taters are done. Thanks for a good video, a good company. Later. See you, man.
Enjoy
Thanks,
your
Bruce.
taters.
Enjoy them taters. All right. Mm-hmm.
Have some squishy bath after.
Some squishy bath later after watch some iCarly, maybe some Victorious. Yeah.
So is Black Adam a good guy or a bad guy?
He's an anti-hero. He used to be just a bad guy, and then they kind of turned him into an anti-hero where he's
Love you guys, not in a stalker way.
that's how we love you.
What, from his window?
I just stare into his workshop,
Peeping Nosh?
peeping Notch.
You can just see like this. Like when you see Snapchat, it looks like the person's like this and he's like waiting for your response. That's what, at least what I see in Snapchat. When they're like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, so
The three dots.
so they've made him like yeah, they've made him an
Just
anti-hero.
called you a tard.
He did. Well, now, yeah, he's kind of an anti-hero. So he's like a reluctant hero, right? So they've kind of rewritten him. He used to just be a bad guy. He used to just be a straight-up bad guy. And then they kind of...
Until the stream is done, I gotta go or I'm gonna have my own stream.
All right. They kind of made him to start be more connected with people. And so now he will be a part of the Shazam family eventually. And he will take that...
Well, that was also a deleted scene.
Yep, he will take that last seat eventually, but he'll be reluctant. He won't be eye to eye with Captain Marvel, and that's his thing. Is that him and Captain Marvel don't see eye to eye, and they fight, and it is what it is. I'm interested to see how The Rock
You guys gonna play?
is going
Black
to
Adam.
play him. Because they've said that he's going to be the anti-hero, so.
I mean, he looks like him. So
Oh yeah, he looks just like him. So the question will be the big question I think will be for that is will they play him in the first movie as a villain,
Yeah.
and then have him come around, or is he always going to be? I mean, because he was already alluded to in the Shazam movie.
Yeah.
I mean, when they show the little thing, you can see.
When they talk about the person that introduced the Seven Deadly
Yes.
Sins, or released the Seven Deadly Sins, they were alluding to Black Adam.
Yeah, and you can see that it's him.
Mhm.
You can see for sure that it's him. But The Rock helped produce Shazam, so
Yeah.
they're very much on.
wait, The Rock produced.
No. But they're very much, they know what they're doing with those movies and how they're proceeding with those movies. And so it'll be interesting to see how they portray Black Adam in his own movie,
Yeah.
and then going forward. So
Because wasn't it originally talked about how they're gonna have Hawkman and Diamond set in Egypt, and then now
yeah.
doesn't really sound like that.
Oh, that's interesting, J Mart. You are really clever, man. You're super cool, aren't you? Yep. And then you got a call out even, so there you go. Right. Yeah, makes total sense. How you like that?
Being a part of the same thing.
Congratulations on being the first person that I've ever had to delete a message for or hide you. So there you go. You just lost the right to be able to post in our message board. So congratulations. Plus, I think she would have something to say about that whole idea.
I don't know what I missed. I can't.
Oh.
I can't pull up the
Some
comments.
idiot. Some idiot. But
Gives
I'm on
thoughts
close
on Carol Danvers being part of the Shazam family in one of the newest Shazam comics. There's images of multiple Shazams across the multiverse, and one image of Carol Danvers is included.
really? How is that possible?
in Shazam.
In Shazam?
No, he's in the new Shazam comics.
Oh, I was gonna say because I thought Danvers was in Supergirl.
No, he's saying Carol Danvers, which is Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel.
That's
Thank
interesting.
Thank you, Gavin. I'll have to get the clip notes later.
No, I hadn't seen that, Caleb. That's interesting. Yeah, Darth Tasty, you should finish it, man. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. The second half is really good. So I like how that movie ends and how and what they did with it. So for sure. Right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing is two different Captain Marvels, two different studios, two different comic book companies. The whole Captain Marvel thing is just weird because I grew up knowing Shazam as Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he was. He was
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, and I had never even heard of Marvel's Captain Marvel until literally just a few years ago. So. But unfortunately there was like some kind of legal stuff that happened back in the 70s, I guess, and DC could still call him Captain Marvel in his book, but they couldn't call the book Captain Marvel, the comic book itself, and so I don't know. That was always weird, I thought, because we always knew him as Captain Marvel, and then they changed the name. So. Oh, is that what it was? Caleb says it was a little cameo to celebrate the anniversary of the date when DC and Marvel settled the Captain Marvel lawsuit. It was meant to be a show of no ill will between the companies. No, I smell pretty good actually. Whatever. With a name like Worship 666, I'm guessing the person's probably in their basement and hasn't seen the light of day for quite a while. So I would guess you probably would know what ham smells like just from sitting where you're sitting in your own filth.
Butthead?
What's that?
Butthead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Poindexter Lounge, are you going to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered on PS4?
We don't have a PS4, but if they're doing it on Xbox,
Yeah.
because
I did.
I've seen,
I gotta say something. Actually, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because as long as we've been doing live streams, I don't think we've ever had trolls, and then there was 2 in the last 5 minutes. That's hilarious. We have gone through quite a streak. I find it humorous. Like I know that they're meaning because they think that they're funny. They think that they're whatever. And we have gotten trolls before make comments, but
That's what I was thinking.
probably the same guy. Yeah, probably. You know what it means? It means that there are people who have nothing better to do than watch our channel.
It means that guy really wants
They
attention.
hate us because they ain't us.
Ate us.
No, they hate us because they ain't us. That's what it is. They ain't us.
What about Iggy's comment? Is it the thing about Call of Duty 2 Remastered, Modern Warfare
It looks really
Remastered?
good.
I just heard of this out of nowhere just the other day.
Yeah, it's really good, Isaac.
Oh, really?
I watched the video on it.
Is like last year's Call of Duty game was Modern Warfare. I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's like a reboot, a continuation. But that was supposed to be like the big game last year, and it was talked about that they're gonna take a break for a year or two.
Mm.
And then out of nowhere, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered popped up out of nowhere. So now I'm kind of learning about that right now.
Derek said somebody watched the interview a ton of times. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. What's wrong with ham? Ham's good. People love ham. I love ham. Oh boy. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Guess we got another hater.
Gavin says, are all the Arrowverse shows back this week?
Like not this week going on right now, but the following week, yes.
Let's go. Can't wait for Riverdale.
Yeah, and then they're gonna do every other week until the beginning or mid of May, and then they're gonna take a break so that way they can finish filming their seasons.
That's all right, guys. Don't worry about it. I find it. You know what? I find it to be humorous that people got nothing better to do than try to come in and get.
People have more because
Look
they're
at
all
me.
stuck inside.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Derek said, funny story, the end of my freshman year, I got the sub, wait, it kind of moved up, to put that movie.
movie on. The interview. The interview was.
Darth said, you're too nice to go after them, but I will, LOL. I'm only kidding, Warren.
Sorry about that, Jeff. Is anybody getting Quibi when it launches in a few days? Quibi? Well, I don't know what that is.
It's an app. It's one of those, like, kind of like,
It sounds.
it's like
Sounds
Crackle
familiar.
and like one of those kind of apps.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It says that if you try it, it's free right now, but then you get like a free 90-day trial or something is what it said.
Yes, we will definitely be live next Tuesday, Gavin. So we'll be live next Tuesday. We'll be live tomorrow twice. Well, we'll be live once tomorrow here on the channel, and then once we're gonna do the Zoom thing. So that'll be our schedule for tomorrow, and hopefully another just regular video.
Are you doing the wrestling during the day or in the afternoon?
We're gonna do it during the afternoon. My guess is probably I'd like to do it by like 1 o'clock.
Oh, so I will not be there.
Well, 'cause otherwise it goes pretty late.
No, I know.
Yeah.
My work's still fine.
Because we've spent about 2 or 3 hours on it. So 1, 2 o'clock, pork fat. Look, I've had this theory for a long time. People love butt. You think about it. Ham's good. You got pork butt. You got like beef. Rump roast. People love that. Bacon. It's all good. There's something tasty about it. So.
Says it's a streaming service, $6 with ads. Episodes come out every day and are 10 minutes or less.
Episodes of what?
Stuff.
Huh.
QUIBI.
This is the first I've heard of that. That's the first I've heard of that.
What matches are you watching tomorrow and what time as have to work out time difference.
So we'll say 1 o'clock tomorrow
Eastern time.
Eastern time here in the United States. And we've got a list of matches. I can't remember what match we said we were going to start off on. Do you remember what match we said we were going to start off on?
I didn't think you said
We didn't say what match we're going to start off on. So we got a list of matches. We're still taking matches to watch. So we've been having a lot of fun with that. Everybody who's been coming in has been great, and we've really been enjoying that.
It's been fun watching the old videos that we grew up watching, and
For sure. Of course, WrestleMania is coming up, so they have a reboot of The Fugitive and an adaptation of The Most Dangerous Game novel, a court show with Chrissy Teigen, and a bunch more.
nice.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, hey, join us tomorrow. Like I said, I will post on the community page the Zoom. I'll post it also in our Facebook pages and social media. NWO Hogan versus The Rock. We watched that one already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we watched that one.
The first stream.
Yeah, the first stream that we did, I think.
Yeah.
That was a great match.
We
Great
watched a
match.
bunch of
for
Hogan
sure.
matches, and then we ended it with John Cena versus CM Punk.
That's right. So I'll put up the Zoom number where you can log into that, and we can all have a first where we can talk to each other in live real time. And of course, we'll have to make sure that in doing so, that we set some guidelines and some rules for not talking to
Gavin's
each other.
5 hours ahead of us.
Ahead of us, okay.
Okay.
So it should be evening for you then. So it shouldn't be
Yeah.
too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We just want to do something fun and just have a night to just chill and chat and not necessarily have to watch something, but just do what we love. It'll be 1 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. 1 p.m. Oh, and what time for Zoom? We'll probably do Zoom. Let's do Zoom at 7 o'clock. So that way, if we watch, because we'll probably do the WWE thing for at least 2 hours, maybe 3. So we'll go to 3 or 4, and that way give everybody a break, and then we all come back together at 7 p.m. And actually be able to see each other and talk to each other for the first time. I actually look forward to that because we've never done that before. And you guys watch us. It's one of the cool things about watching Bruce's Facebook page when he does stuff is to actually see Bruce, because Bruce does some fun stuff on his Facebook page, and we've had some fun. And yep, Derek, it's fun hanging out with you guys too, man. It always is. And we could possibly do that, live stream the Zoom thing at the same time. And then people could watch it at the same time, and they could always join if they wanted to. But yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun. We just can't see or hear anybody who's on the live stream, but you can join the Zoom stream, and then that way we can actually talk, and that'll be cool. Is to actually converse in person, right? So all right, guys. Well, until next time. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely,
Fantastic.
and of course,
Isaac Wan Kenobi.
and this purple guy.
Landon Calrissian.
All right. I've seen other people live stream Google Hangouts, so it's probably possible. There are tasty bacon. Love bacon.
Bacon is good.
Bacon's good. All right, guys. Until next time, stay nerdy. Have a good night.
Actually, you know what? Bacon's a better nickname. It's better than Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
That's true.
Gavin, the dogs are upstairs with Logan the Hunt.
Say goodnight, Tiff.
Good night, Tiff.